They're thinking about the time. There's the rappel over the opposite side, watching out towards the swing out. There's the run, there's the motion, there's the spray through the flag. And a P90 claims another victim for the day. Gator. He's tucked in close, just behind the dragon statue. Arkali gets one for himself. Likefak actually put them as a bit of curiosity that I'll talk about in a minute as the fight starts to break its way over the side of Terrace. The catch on the C4, the pop of the E1D. They're tucked in the corner, but with Gator getting a double, well, certainly Alems is all that's left.
You can do it sooner rather than later. That's a spot, not actually able to convert it. Anaton with another kill. That's a flawless round from Cyclops.
They're making quick work of at least the hefty bits of the hold above.
I don't know where two of these players are, but Gator is going to be taken down first, at least in a DBNO state, not quite confirmed. For Shaiko, you know, he just casually walked into the side as Likefak joins him, Bride as well, and kills are starting to flood in.
Well, CCC at least gets one back and should be able to get Anaton up, but BDS in the blue of them flooding in underneath. Bride is going to see if he can try and find a little innocent pocket to get the plant in. There's a fight that gets a bit scrappy. They didn't quite expect it, but now it's suddenly CCC trying to drive back some of this control above. He knows it's all opened up behind him, though. And now he knows he's the only one left. Everybody else has been caught out here, and this is the problem with this site. It can become very leaky very fast. Just round on the side, the keeper barriers will get removed, and that makes all of these holes. Oh, okay, maybe the Vector should take those fights. Arkali.
I mean, it's kind of the thing, right? It's a one-shot headshot game, so the Vector has a high fire rate. Again, another bit of a run-out coming through from Blackray, takes down Shaiko.
His army's still tucked with some safety round on the hard wall, another smoke canister, but with the angle and idea, can they get a catch? There's Likefak. And there's at least Bride picking up some revenge for that, but it does just leave them. It does just leave 15 seconds. It won't be a second flawless, but once again, 4 players alive.
If you stick around too long, you might just get shoulder peeked, and that's the pre-fire coming in from Alems. He's not quite able to connect fully to Anaton, but he's stuck in deep. He's not going to get the kill, however. Alems shuts him down, but that could have gone the other way.
Oh, EFAC there with the take underneath. Good bit of utility combination there. They had the call. We saw a bit of damage and destruction coming up. Where are you going, Arkali? If he can get unchecked here, he might be able to pick up a player who's behind him if he knows the player's there. Suzuki is gone. There's the watch, Bride. He was ready for that, and there is the flawless return.
So we have 2 flawless rounds on exhibition now.
BDS is still trying to fish for a first fight here.
C4 toss-up maybe from... No, does he have it? No, he doesn't have it. So, well, it's still the kill coming through, but there's going to be a lot of players spotted out as well by that pulse, just playing below, feeding all the information, and then BDS don't really have a way to deal with it.
They're still concerned about the run out, the slight repositioning round on the back. There's Blackray, there's Blackray. Bride knew that that was going to be a problem that he would have to fix sooner rather than later. Gator gets one. There's EFAC watching the rotation for Anaton, who does get one just before. A great take from Gator. Now, a 1 versus 1. And it's Alems's to take.
Yeah, they need to make sure they will knock out one of these deadlocks they're currently in. Either take out Geisha or take out the player in the bar, and suddenly you have a lot more free movement of trying to make happen what you need to make happen. Player coming down from the actual pick coming through. That's a double kill, triple kill actually coming through from Cyclops, leaving it only up to Shaiko and Alems right now to try and make sure they win this half.
He gets 1 and 2 down the corridor itself. He's looking to try and cut the kit, and that is currently sort of isolated. Alems, well, he's able to get a bit of a side drift onto Anaton, but you're looking at 10 seconds, and you're now looking at just Shaiko. Not much blood left, and 2 players to try and take care of. No kit to get that planted either. The first swing, well, it's sort of laid ahead of him, and it's Arkali's to lock out a 3-apiece half.
Then the question becomes, is there anybody hunting him? Well, if you look at our Cully close to him, there's definitely someone who's going to be holding one of his exits, but a verticality is going to be putting up some pressure there. The shotgun through the wall takes him down, and that's Likefak putting him off the board.
Now that option is probably gone from them. They don't want to risk it, and look who they've lost. Well, they've been able to at least take Lems out, but they did lose. Arkali, they lost 1 of their grenades.
Like a heavy cost as well, though, on the Cyclops side. Heavy
right.
down. Ooh,
there he is.
Coming through.
Did he hear me? They had the grenade dropped, the best kind of grenade dropped, and they made sure that they moved around the back of it. Anaton just sees the back ender, and Shiro gets the drop down, is concerned about a swing back round, confirms the kill and pushes it because you got 10 seconds. Caught on a camera at the top of the red stairs, gets that drop, but with the players left on the site itself, they got to see if they can try and just hold a bit of an angle. They swing into the fight. They're pretty much out of time, and bullets dropped over the top. And Suzuki, well, he'll hold F, but unfortunately they have you surrounded. 4 rounds. Hot breach. Come on.
Yes, it is.
Up
It is.
breach!
We almost never see this coming through.
Shaiko gets
Blinded.
Shaiko gets SiegeGG because the man was not blinded.
But that was like quickly turned around indeed by Shaiko as they tried to run through. It's the glass now taken down. It's only up to BlackRay now. He finds his first. And so that might have actually functioned as a informal tactical timeout for Cyclops.
The EMP and the pop of the exothermic will get that wall, and look at that, the swing towards the double window gets Shaiko a kill. SiegeGG treat Cyclops to a bit of their own medicine.
They picking up a kill as well. Arcully off the board. That is going to be one of those operators that could deal with these pieces of utility. And it's now close around the corner. BlackRay is going to be joining him soon. It's going to be pure aggression coming out from BDS, slaughtering them.
Well, Anaton at least gets one.
Well, first of all, you would lose the map otherwise, potentially, but that also means you start losing points because...
There it is, a mute jammer and a claymore, not the most often seen thing. There's the hop over. It seems like there's some explosives done. All the Frostmats got caught in the blitz. They're deep inside the site and trying to plant in a very dangerous situation. They don't have the awareness, no. Anaton is able to get it locked and loaded, and suddenly BDS. Oh, there's a little bit of a red flag waving. How did that come through? And they at least get the player on the back end and one on the breach, but the timer now is very close to the wire. BlackRay heavy hits and locks off one. They're digging their way back in. Likefak is on the kit right now, and they don't have the angle on the player. The response, you have to swing, you cannot swing, and BDS do not lose this. The first map, Skyscraper, is theirs. Renshiro tucked on the other side of a soft. He's been playing this before. The impact swung. He thought the shield was deployed. The bait of the play, and Arcully's going to keep pushing. Here's the Grismot go. Gets got. Bride gets caught. SiegeGG gets one, and SiegeGG.
And not really any ground being gained here by the Cyclops members, except, of course, for the fact that there is a player currently inside of 90, just holding down the middle of the site, spots the Azami of Shaiko. That's the head taken off. That's the second one. No. The response from Lems is there.
Yeah, they're a very important fight to lean in, but look how much damage they've taken. Oh, look, they've taken a little bit more. Anaton and Arcully both removed either side, with EFAC getting one back of his own. Suddenly a 3 versus 2. This
entire luggage area is clear. The tellers is clear. I think we can just straight up walk right into it. As he walks into the verticalities, the leak effect that takes down Anaton. Suddenly it's a 2-on-2. Diffuser still down. That forces Arcully to take the gunfight himself as well. He's going to do that, but doesn't quite connect to the shots. And leak effect leans in again, finds the kill. But there's openings everywhere. There's verticalities everywhere. There's no safe spot for him to just hold F.
Oh, look at that. Renshiro just sort of leaning around, offering a bit of a spritz and a spray, and there's the rest of it. They never handed over the vertical ground. There will be intel. There's play and spray that's coming from above. That's what's just done the damage to SiegeGG. He's lost a little bit, and Bride's still rock solid. SiegeGG does find EFAC, though, and as the two remaining players over the top of the hatch are suffering a bit, that's behind you, Shaiko, unfortunately. That seemed to come from the far end.
SiegeGG still on the side, by the way, with that diffuser. He's just not planting because it's not quite safe, and now decides to stick to it, but he's still afraid of the hatch to be used. But he needs to be afraid of something else because they're trying to retake the ground now. This keeper barrier is actually going to be providing them some safety, but it's going to be a double kill to come through. It is going to be a thorn device, though, that stops one of them from moving in. Bride now needs to push close with that shotgun, stops that diffuser from getting planted, but a minute left on the clock in a 1v3. He is stuck in this position. He's stuck in the bathroom.
I mean, we talked about him being a clutch master. This is the hardest one he'll ever have to win, and he doesn't. BlackRay had the lockdown. This is a bit of a no man's land. If he can go unchecked, it's big. Doesn't go unchecked, but does get revenge, at least for the kill that goes against them. Did they just see the tip of a gun there on the little tuck? There it is, and there it isn't. Shaiko is able to get Arcully off the board. Minute 10. The BDS are still sitting kind of happy.
Oh, that's just a 2-round burst coming through the head of Anaton, leaving it only up to SiegeGG with that diffuser. And where they managed to find themselves inside very early on the last time around is now up to him to try and make that 1v4 clutch happen. He just found the first, as you saw.
Dangerous drive here. There's a fight over the top. You know that it's going to get swung on from somewhere else, and they have to rotate out. He's expecting it, but with 20 seconds, let's not give it to him. You can see the players got underneath. They know where the kit is. They know where it needs to go. The pop of the candelas over the top, the blinds at sandwich window, they're right in onto the site and they're right out. Bride has the lockdown on one, hopped up, the blitz goes around, gets the drop onto the next. Anaton gets caught by a Lems from the far end. There's a Lems traded out. Arcully has one, catches the Banshee, gets caught in the face by Shaiko. It has been blow for blow and trade for trade, and Cyclops have come off worse for wear. But BlackRay, well, he's able to at least put the balance back in. Well, they're going to try and find an angle. It's iGator from range over the top of Sandwich window. BlackRay just drives up the stairs. They're still holding off. They're making it a 2 versus 1. They're trying to force the fight. BlackRay's going to see if he can stick it this time. The reveal of the player, the tuck round on the back, the rotate, the spray.
Oh, he gets
the catch, Renshiro! Big brains and breaks away from the fight once again. iGator picks the kid up and goes to see if he can lock it down pretty much instantly. The movement is now going to be down to the opposite side, Renshiro. He's forcing the fight to come from a specific angle, but it's going to come from the one door he's not currently watching. So iGator is able to get that locked in. But look at this, inside the site, looking for the break-dancing Maestro, glances right over the top of him, but just heard the pop of the secondary, and there it is, gets the first fight, looks for the second around the back end, caught by the camera, didn't quite get it locked in.
It's a DMR against a DMR. This one is a highly powered scope compared to the other one. The head just missed there. The ping's coming through, and that's the kill for Liquefact to still come in. He, well, took the ground after the initial strike came through on the, well, the teller's area.
But a rotate's coming round. They have a lot of awareness. That's how the team functions. Got one, looks for the second fight, slips themselves round, and just sees it, but caught out. Lems is alive.
It is, and with 7 seconds left, there's no way SiegeGG is going to be locking this one off. Confirms that kill for the statistics. Pushes up with the last second, but gets taken down by BDS, and that brings us to an even half here.
6 grenades at the start. Okay, maybe they just burnt through the raw eyes and still found success. They find it. Akali gets caught out. No more discs coming from them either way.
SiegeGG is still quite close. He might... iGator.
iGator, they're real.
Oh, no way. The wig?
iGator! Oh! Diana's bright hair gets the cover. BDS going to see if he can get the cover. The plant's there, and Shiro is all that is trying to buy him a pocket of life here. It's a 3 versus 1. SiegeGG with the Alder burrs his way through one, and that was almost. BDS's time is sort of getting slimmer and slimmer. He's going over the top to try and find a fight. Shaiko just takes a tear there with BlackRay getting a bit of revenge. Revenge? French revenge.
Should be aware of the fact that iGator is inside the site. It is going to be the shield set up. That's definitely going to be the giveaway here to iGator. If they manage to find a scale, they could go for a plant, but it's Anaton over the shoulder that provides him the cover that is necessary. Liquefact now in a 1v2 situation with 7 seconds left on the clock. He's going to get taken down as well. iGator gets that final kill. Gain some extra ground. BlackRay only just spotted out. Are they going to be trying or able to reply to that at least? Some pre-fires coming through the wall, and there it is, the pickup from SiegeGG on the opposite side. Liquefact might just do this. The pings on the one, drop down, rotate it, gets caught out. Anaton, he had a little bit of the blessed siege timing there. He's able to win out a fight in suddenly 30 seconds. So SiegeGG has to pull away from the second story and push towards the site itself. He's round the back of a bandit. Akali's able to get one more. Lems, the pre-fire comes around, but SiegeGG just wins it out, pushes them into a 2 versus 2. So let's see 4 on the board. The kit's still trying to dig its way towards the site. They've seen that there's a fight on the far end. They're going to take it and turn it into a 2 versus 1. The drop comes on the hatch, and they're able to get a cap cannon. That's BDS though! Straight through on the break. They're inside the site. They're looking for the fight itself. Hot droned across the board. And, well, BDS is going to see if he can plant it. The first fight goes either way. And, well, BDS can get this still locked in on the far end. And with the echo off the board, nothing can stop it. A post plant. All within a breath. And now it's a 4 versus 2. Renshiro almost caught out on the approach background. BDS does get a very important pick on the site itself. And there's Renshiro. Heavy hitting, but cannot quite slip the way away. They've just got to get the kit. And BDS tried to give them the Cyclops special. But unfortunately, that is only brewed in Cyclops affiliated stores. A little bit more awareness of this, the pressure. They have the upside down rappel. They got sprays through every single bit of soft, and they want to bounce grenades over the top. The Nook, what a timing,
just comes around the corner, and iGator didn't quite get the full slip and see of that. It's a fight on the window and a drop grenade. Anaton, he's trying to hold on for dear life. iGator's taking it, and BlackRay gets one more over the top of the rafters with a Lems. BDS suddenly have no safety in approaching the wall itself. The one thing that they do have is a man advantage, and they're making sure that it's tricky for them to dig their way through. BDS sees the first fight, takes it, doesn't see the second, and we will see the third. Cyclops, they lock out their map. They take a guaranteed point from BDS.
It's up to Liquefact to see whether or not he can make it back, but as flashbangs come through, Liquefact is going to be known. Anaton aware of the area, or at least position that he's in. But Liquefact goes for the swing, finds the kill, and instantly digs into Armory.
Look at the structure on that door. That's a man that's done a little bit of DIY and enough to build a bit of an angle. Takes a lot of damage. In the meantime, Arcully gets his second as Shaiko gets one off the board. There's 3 for Arcully, and he finally gets down. BlackRay gets 1 in exchange, and Shaiko, they don't really have too much of an idea, so SiegeGG is just going to sit and wait patiently for BlackRay's call here. The flash comes round underneath. BlackRay has the lockdown and was able to get a big opening 3-piece. Gator.
He fell off.
He fell off.
Yeah.
You can see he's going to be struggling. Oh, no! Oh, maybe. Arcully gets 1. There was a second player that seemed to swing around. They didn't go all the way through. SiegeGG's stuck. He's looking for a fight to come around. Pre-fires the knees in the angle. There's nowhere he can really go. So they open themselves up. Gets the spray on Likefak in the meantime. Luckily across the board. Shaiko pushes. Cannot handle the recoil. It just whiffs over the head of the player. It's not the easiest. And now BlackRay slips his way past the shield. Shaiko still doing damage and has the kit at his feet. And has the last taken out. Look at this, a fight over the top. They have the pings on the player, the blinds on the Lems. He's gonna see if he can swing somewhere. It's a lot of noise. They're tucked low and they almost win it out. Gator late to get the lock in. Anaton does find Renshiro at the same time. Arcully is looking for a fight against Shaiko on the far end, but that is an explosive bout of control here onto tower.
Jacob is now convinced that Cyclops is going to be winning the Six Invitational.
Is that a curse?
It could just as well be as Shaiko goes down.
Yeah, Shaiko got caught by the curse, but Likefak has the cover and has himself caught as well. Bride, all that's left now is the 2 others get cleaned up, a 4 versus 1. And are we about to see a bit of it roll out? The C4 towards the top of white does not get a bite, but they're going to go for the plant. They have the cover. They have the round. Cyclops, they're second. They're 1 up. The next smoke canister pops off. A minute left, and there's still 1 in the pocket. The shield, he sees 1 at the bottom of Zulu. Gets the block onto the Nitro, but he gets BlackRay behind him, and a bit of a devastating blow there. The call and the damage just enough to get it on the back of the shield.
Anaton now on 10 HP, well, probably even less. Let's give it like 1, make it 0. It's going to be only up to Arcully now in a 1v5 situation. An ace clutch within 35 seconds is what he needs to put on the board if he wants to win this round, but what will most likely become a tactical timeout of sorts. No, not even that. A flawless round for BDS as he jumps in from the white window.
What are they piecing together, Cyclops? Well, Shaiko is piecing together Arcully's head, pulls himself back. With 45 seconds, there's only so long that you can do this. Flashed by his own petard and the Lems. Well, he's able to hoist the rest of the round. BlackRay tucks himself, goes for the replacement position here. There's the player that can swing round from the corridor itself. There is a bit of wiggle room and motion. They have either side. SiegeGG takes the drop onto Moto and is able to take 1 right inside. The kit, well, there's the swing. There's the little tuck corner that gets rid of them. Shaiko still locked in. A 3 versus 1 now as he is just dominating that position. BlackRay seen there by the bulletproof on the far end, and Lems sees that through.
They're coming up from above, so truly he's going to be the next to be taking some form of gunfight. Well, at some point rather than sooner than later.
Here it is, Bride with the swing round, gets BlackRay, but Anaton is able to keep that thread alive. But Alems gets Anaton and makes things a little bit more dangerous with 30 seconds left for the approach here. Gator, though, finds Bride, leaves just Alems, tucked on the corner, tucked on the corridor, tucked all around him, and tucked in 3 apiece.
Waiting for the confirmation to come through from his teammates, but Sola's still out there. Arcully near the attic, isn't going to be able to respond. Here's the rappel in, sees the player, takes him down as well. Cyclops.
Now, EFAC, what can you do if you're actually trying to put the pressure onto the site? They're on a cam. They have no idea. EFAC slipped themselves in so close, and they've done it absolutely silently. If this has gone uncontested, oh, it hasn't. SiegeGG just got wind of it, and Shaiko gets the head of Anaton, trying to break the way across the position that he held them off for such a long period of time. The super aggressive swing of TK goes down. BlackRay picks up the pieces. A disaster.
Pre-fires coming through. They seem to be aware on the side. Oh, Cyclops, the first skill comes through for Renshiro. Tries to go for a second one, but time's about to be running out. And that means Cyclops is going to be retaking that lead here in round 7, putting themselves up 4-3 on the scoreboard.
4-3, and, well, Shaiko, he's able to get 1 with a grenade as well, potentially up through the breach that they had before. They're going around on the corner. Oh, no. Just mistimes the spray. There's the reveal. They will call some support from white as well. You can see there's a player on the bottom, gets the down and gets out of there, pulls themselves back round. And Shaiko gets the lock down. They did not need to keep the swing on. SiegeGG suffers in his position, stopping the push from the top of white. Anaton goes to offer some support. Shaiko is still on an absolute tear. There's the drop, there's the continuation, but Shaiko has the full stop. They're going to step themselves in, ping the wall, and sort of say the players are behind it. Shaiko with a grenade is on an absolutely monstrous series. 15-4 on this map, and he's trying to match the pace some of the players have put down before. Pings come through, Shaiko gets one more. And now as the fight goes against the Malems with the lockdown, suddenly it's just Arcully left. Has to try and ace clutch this out. Looks for the first fight, knows it's a little bit more isolated. There it is. And that's the second. Gets rid of Shaiko on the back end, but there's still a minute 20 and they know where the player is. They're trying to find them. So they know where the player last was. They've got the break open. They get the catch.
Waiting patiently, having to use or having the ability to use his ability to stop any drones from droning him out.
Oh, Iron Gator can't get the lock in, but the smoke will do the rest of the business and confirm the kill. Clever play, pulls himself back. Alems goes on the far end as well.
It's going to be a lot of utility being tossed in. They know someone is stuck behind a bomb chassis. Grenade gets tossed in, should guarantee a kill. It does as well. Brings it back to a 2-on-3. Still in favor of Cyclops, but it's getting closer.
There it is, the spray over the side. Iron Gator finds EFAC on the box, and Renshiro hops himself up a little bit. It's the other side of the mirror window. They've used it as a bit of a spray through. It's Renshiro's, but in a 2 versus 1, Cyclops bring themselves back level, 5 apiece. They're trying to offer some support, but Shaiko's inside the site. He's going around the back end, gets an easy freebie, and he looks for the second on the stairs. There's almost 3, but SiegeGG is able to catch at least 1. Cyclops on the opposite end of it, the swing round, the catch on most of Anaton. There's a little bit more, but he's slinks to survive. SiegeGG with a C4 catches EFAC as well. They're still trying to find the fight. Anaton takes even more damage from the long-range distance. 30 seconds have gone, and there is one more for Anaton. Renshiro caught out and sat down inside the seating area. SiegeGG, do you know how close they are? He's about to be revealed in the grander scheme of things. There's the ping, there's Bride with the pre-fire. It is just Anaton left. Looking for the first fight, looking for the cover. They know where the player is. They're pre-firing. Anaton gets the round!
What a clutch to come through, and that is going to be map and match point for Cyclops.
Gator does get himself out of walk-in closet and tucked round, but he's still itching for the fight and gets it. Renshiro gets caught out on the back end. They're flashed again, but SiegeGG wins the one across the Bauer Trophy. The top of Armory Stairs falls. BDS can push it their own way. They're dead in, looking for the locked-in heat. Damage to the Mozzie. SiegeGG suffers and gets dropped by Bride. Likefak finds one of his own. Brings us back to the 2 versus 2 control around pit. The last is at the back of the site. They're looking to see if they can root their way through, and Cyclops aren't giving them anything. But here, the cover, the drop. SiegeGG with the wide swing. Bride with a deep dive into the site. Looks for the first fight, can't find it, cannot find the second, and we see Cyclops felling the French giants and suddenly positioning themselves in a very good place in this group.